Hello everybody and welcome to the Ones Within episode 6 anime review. This episode we didn't have much of our main boy, Akatsuki Iride, but we had a lot of other characters and there was a bunch of things, there's a bunch of threads left dangling after this episode, and I want to pick up them threads, like, we're like, oh look, a thread, what's this, let's follow it. That was a stupid analogy, but anyway, let's get on with this episode. Let's just get right into it, you know, I usually do longer at these talking bits, let's just go right into it. So the squad, the crew, the gang, whatever you want to call them, they're in a desert. The objective for the next game, you have to explore some ruins. One boy, one girl, you know how it is. The picks are, it's Himiko and Anya, you know. For those who aren't keeping track of names, Shy Girl and Motorcycle Dude. That's a good way of putting it. The whole point of this game, like test, you know, whatever, they can't lie at any point when they're in the dungeon, so yeah. Well, at first it's really awkward between them, and then she's like, starts acting like a mum. She's like, have you been getting enough sleep? And he's like, yeah, of course I am. That was a lie. He triggered some mummies to show up. I don't mean like mothers. I mean like zombies wrapped in toilet paper. That kind of thing. While that's going on, the others are kind of like chilling out on like some island resort, I guess. That's what it seems like. With Packers with them too, just hanging out. And then you have names. Oh man, names. Oshigiri, is that one of them? It's Samurai Dude and Face Mask Guy with the missing sister. They're just talking about the palace and everything. Palace? The demon hideout, about that situation, and the missing sister. They come to the conclusion, is like, hey, you remember Akatsuki? He's pretty suspicious, I think. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even consider that because he's the main character. But actually, yeah, he is pretty suspicious. Huh. We go back to the dungeon, the dynamic duo. They break through the mummies. The helmet gets dropped, his bike helmet. Himiko catches it, then he catches Himiko, but they both fall in the hole. You know, we get a bit of flashback then on Anya's helmet. It belonged to his brother, who I assume died in a motorcycle crash. We see like the last time they spoke and all that. Very sad. Everyone's going to have missing siblings or dead siblings, you know, something along those lines is what I'm guessing. Then we go back to the others, the outside crew. The girls are being all lewd and stuff, and then the samurai guy interrupts and is like, hey, stop being weird. And then while they're talking, Karin and the samurai guy are getting watched or something. There's like a weird effect. And he's like, huh, that was weird. And even Packer was like, huh, that was weird. Like, what was that? There's a separate entity than Packer that is watching them, I guess. Which is very scary. I mean, obviously there's a lot of people watching them, but you know what I mean. The terrible twosome in the dungeon then find a talking alpaca wall. That's a sentence that only makes sense in this show. There's actually probably is other shows, that's the scary thing. Anya threatens it a bit, the ceiling cart starts coming down, it's like, okay, threatening it's not going to work. Got to answer the 3 questions. First, speak your first love. Anya's like, I don't have one. And it's like, oh, I guess that's correct, I guess. Himiko's was a neighbour and it's very funny. Then a slime thing pops out and it's like reflects something that helps you. We get more on that a bit later on. Oshigiri talks to Packer, who tells him that the White Room is finished and basically, stop dicking about and investigating things, I will lock you up. But then he's about to attack him, but he gets saved by Aikawa, the sleepy one. And yeah, he poked his head in, basically. The slime thing turns into a Akatsuki, or it looks like a Akatsuki, and it's the person they are closest to. They both see a Akatsuki, isn't that easy? So they basically have to say nice things to the slime about like what they like about Akatsuki and that. And yeah, Himiko does it fine, and then Anya struggles for a solid minute or so because there's a song playing and there's a very slow zoom out, which is like, huh, you could feel them run out of budget or killing time. It was a very weird point. But eventually, he says nice things too. He puts his son to the side and the dere comes out and everything. Then we briefly cut to Akatsuki before the 3rd game, I guess. Akatsuki wants to collect all the gem things. He's like, I want to collect them all. But the way he said it, I was like, is there some secret? Is that why he's suspicious? I don't know. Yeah, then everyone's waiting. They completed it. Himiko and Anya come out and everything. And then the 3rd thing is speak your sin. Himiko's like, yeah, I killed my brother. And I'm like, that came out of nowhere. But I'm assuming... I don't think she killed her brother. I don't think she drove the knife in, but I think maybe she dropped the knife that someone else found. You know what I mean? She didn't directly do it, but it's more like I got him killed, I think is what they're probably going to go for. Maybe I'm wrong, that's just what I and she blames herself for it when it's not really her fault. That's what I think's going to happen. But it really could be anything. Like I said, a lot of threads were dangled this episode. There's that, then the mysterious thing watching them, whatever that was, and then suspicious Akatsuki as well. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on. There's probably other stuff I missed as well that's going on. But yeah, considering this show isn't in the top tier of stuff this season, it's actually got some pretty enjoyable parts to it. So yeah, the weird zooming with the music playing, that was weird. Probably wasn't a big fan of that. It was very weird. I didn't like that. But otherwise, yeah, it was an alright episode. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, consider subscribing to watch more reviews. There's a lot of them, and it's good. Thank you everybody for watching. I will see you next week, and bye guys.